some people, you're like, that ass is sexy. Mm-hmm. And then on the date or date-like experience, you start talking, you go, oh, no. No. Mm-hmm. If I am going to sit on your face, I need you to shut up immediately. Welcome to Honest Feedback, the podcast where deep truth meets bold transformation. I'm Goddess Brittney King, a pleasure priestess and a transformational retreat facilitator who helps women connect to their deepest truths, reclaim their pleasure, and awaken their inner power.
And I'm Lisset King, an emotional ninja and transformational coach who helps leaders release baggage, heal unresolved trauma, and step into their most aligned, purposeful lives.
We've created this podcast for spirit-led individuals just like you.
Seekers of truth, personal growth, and meaningful connection. Whether you're navigating life's big questions, craving more joy and fulfillment, or simply looking for honest, relatable conversations, you're in the right place. Welcome back to Honest Feedback. We're here. It's almost the end of the year. I mean, It is.
Yeah.
It's December.
It's December.
It is legit the end of the year.
Well, if there was the magical 13th year,
month.
13th month. If we were using a different calendar, but this is a system that we have chosen into by birth, I guess. Yeah.
This is the time. This is how we chose to measure time.
Yeah.
And we're at the end of the year.
Yeah. And exciting.
Isn't it? Mm-hmm. Oh, man. And today we have an awesome question from someone who called in.
Yes.
I love it. We love a call-in. We love a voice memo. Mm-hmm. And it's about dating.
I love it. Dating, how fun. And I feel like this is a fun time of year because some people are partnered, they're in cuffing season. Other people are like, there's all these parties. How can I choose one? Others of us are poly and they're just like, I don't choose one. We just all wear these ugly sweaters together.
And we do. We lay in our polycule together.
But dating is a fun time and this is I'm excited to talk about it.
Yeah, especially dating women. Mm-hmm. That's what the question is about.
Okay, well, let's...
complexities. Shall we?
Yeah. Where's the honest feedback phone?
Dun, 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 dun.
Mm-hmm. We have an honest feedback phone. This is the phone that you call when you leave a message.
It has its own phone line.
I know.
Wow.
Hey, loves. This is Dusty, she, them pronouns. And I just want to say I love your podcast. I love the convos you're putting out in the universe for others to have, to think about, and the feedback that you're getting. So here's the situation. Basically, as I'm out there dating in the world, and I will say mostly when I'm dating other female identifying individuals, we'll be on this cute little date, or just like hanging out, vibing, like come into an event, and it's like, I get to this point where I don't know, I'm like, am I just like vibing as friends? Is this somebody like, oh, maybe I want to ask her on a date? Like, oh, wait, or do I just want to make out with them? And it comes more often than not. And I'm like, what is a good way to like kind of check in with self or break that, hesitation. That's hopefully there was a question in there, but that's my scenario.
Yes.
Amazing.
Thank you, Dusty.
Thank you, Dusty. I love it so much. Do you want me to start?
You could start.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's just so fun because how you phrased it is I'm dating people, and you're like, we're on a cute date or we're hanging out, we're vibing, and then I'm like, wait, are we vibing as friends? Are we vibing as a date? Are we vibing as just a hookup? And to me, I'm like, isn't that why we're on the date? To kind of discover which of those categories that we are falling into?
Yes, but there was a thing. She goes, oh, and I'm on a date, or I'm just vibing and hanging out.
Oh, it was an or. Got it.
Yeah, there was an or.
Okay.
Because if she's on a date, then you know you're on a date. Unless you don't. Because Brittney did not know we were on a date. No,
you did not know.
My bad.
Yeah.
My bad, y'all.
It's complicated in the play. Well, this was our story. So Lisset asked me out on a date. And this was the fourth time she had asked me out on a date. And I had been doing my love rituals and all the things. And so I was just like, oh, this is love. So I said yes to this date. And then we went on a date. And it was...
Pause. Because I'd asked her out 4 times. And at this point, you know, Dusty, respect. Because sometimes you don't know if you're on a date. Essentially, I think of going on a date or hanging out with a friend. Still call it a date. I call it a coffee date. I go on coffee dates all the time. I'm not on a romantic coffee date. So granted, we were going out for margs, so it should have been a little more in that category. But you had said no 3 other times.
Yep.
So for that reason, I had in my mind taken myself or Brittney out of the romantic category and put her in the platonic category in my mind. Go on.
Yes, and me not living in her mind led me to believe that when someone said date, and also I was new to dating women, I was just like, she said date, so I was like, oh, it's a date. Then we go to the date. She's cute. I look cute. Like, she buys the date. She pays for the date. I feel that makes me feel extra cute. So all things to me were like, yeah, this was a date. And then later I was like, I want to take my top off because I also thought this is a date. But none of these things to
Again,
her.
pause. She took her top off, which if you've known Brittney ever in person, you've seen her without her top off. Unless you've only hung out with her in like a seminar where she's not allowed to take her top off,
That's
you
true.
have seen her boobs. And does not mean you're dating. So I just want to clarify that note because you
I could be dating the masses.
Yes. In that case, we are in 100,000 person polygyl.
Oh my gosh.
So,
well,
yes. So you took your shirt off because you were trying to send signals.
Flirtatious signals.
Oh, got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anywho, she did not know we were on a date. So then when we were on a second date, which she again thought was a friend date, where she had invited me to go see this medium. And then we went out after that. And I was like, hey, how does your nesting partner feel about us dating? And she spit out her martini.
It was a full spit take.
It was a full spit take. And she said, we're dating? And I said, we're dating? Oh, no. Is what happened in my head because I was just like, well, you're dead now. You've already told your boss, your dying mother, and your therapist that you are dating this woman. And clearly, by that reaction, we are not.
You know, just so you know, I would have played it off with your dead mom. just like with your dying mother, I would have like carried this to the end. I'm like, yes, I am her girlfriend. But no. Okay, great. So all we're saying is, Dusty, your problem is relatable.
Yeah, your problem is relatable. And we all use the word, lots of people use the word date differently. So I can understand how you can be confused. And, it asks the place of like, can you clarify? Like, is it a date where you're getting to know someone? Because sometimes you go on dates with people and you don't know them. Maybe you just thought they were hot. And so you're trying to decide like, oh, do I just want to fuck? Like, am I interested?
Do I just want to make out with them?
Right. Do I just want to, play with their hair and feed them grapes? I don't know. Like,
weird way to propose, but okay.
So there is a curiosity. Okay, you go. What do you think?
Well, I didn't think this was a problem at first. And then I was like, oh no, this is a problem because I've been here and this is going to come as a shocker, but have you tried communicating directly?
You mean talk to the person I'm trying to put my tongue in their mouth?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Just a thought. Dusty, I don't know how young or mature you are. And there's a certain time in our lives when we are adult dating where we actually just communicate our feelings and the person has a right to say no, that they're not interested or whatnot. And I have been interested in people and I don't know if I actually where I want it to go until we spend some quality time together. I had met one of my partners when I met her. I just thought she was the cutest thing ever. She walked into some sort of, I don't know, it was a women's circle. And she walked in and I was like, oh, wow, she's super cute. She was really funny in the group. And I was like, oh my gosh, I think I really like this person. And I kept trying to make plans with them. It's a theme, I guess you could say. I was trying to make plans with this person. And finally we went on what I thought was just like, let's hang out. Let's go on a date. And I was dressed cute because I dress cute when I hang out with people. Sorry, it's a crime, apparently. And I was cute. She was cute. And we were hanging out. And then it got to a point of like, are we flirting? Was kind of, I think one of us said it. And it was like, I would like to kiss you. And it was like, I would like that too. We dated for several months after that. But I would not have known until we were on a situation, like in a date, and communicating that.
Yeah. I feel like the communication part is key because you're like, that ass is sexy. And then on the date or date-like experience, you start talking, you go, oh, no. No. If I am going to sit on your face, I need you to shut up immediately for me to continue to be in this experience. And so sometimes,
That's fair.
So it's like sometimes you just don't know until you get into the experience what it's going to be like. Is it just a physical connection and that's what you guys want it to be? Or is it like, yeah, I feel like there's this pressure you might be putting on yourself of like, before I ask them out, I should know. Marriage? Before I should ask them out.
Do you want to have kids?
I mean, like, you know that this is just a hookup, right? Like, it's just like, you know, sometimes you don't know, and you don't know until you're in the experience and you're feeling the thing. And so can you allow yourself to be present in the experience and actually get curious and discover what's available for you? Because you're saying, what's the hesitation? How do I break the hesitation is how you said, is I think it's like communicating and being present with what you're actually experiencing in the experience. And, you know, some of us, we go on a date and the date is what tells us no. Yes. So I went on a date with a woman who I thought I was attracted to, and in the date, like pretty early on, she said something that I can only categorize as a microaggression. And
I thought you were going to say slightly racist.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
that's
yes,
a microaggression.
That's a
Yeah,
microaggression.
you're right. Okay.
And like, you know, my interpretation of how she presented herself and said microaggression was from a place of ignorance. But again, for me, these were non-negotiables for someone I want to be in a romantic relationship with. I don't want to educate the person who I'm fucking in that particular realm about race and dynamics and colonialism and all these different things.
Yes.
And so I was like, oh, no, we cannot date. And we ended up being friends for a time. And like through the friendship, things grew. And you know, there was some ignorance. There also was some other growth points. But either way, it was not something that I wanted near my vagina. And we got to have a friendship. But that was something I only discovered through going on a date with her.
Yeah. Yeah. And when, you know, I think you bring up a really good point of we don't have to know at the very beginning where this thing is going. And that's one of the things I love about relationship anarchy and polyamory is that you don't have to decide. You're not deciding who you need to marry. Yeah. You know, not every date is like, because we're not climbing the relationship escalator. So it's this opportunity to go out with someone for the date of for the purpose of discovery. Like, what kind of relationship do I want to have with this person? Period. Like some people you do just want to make out with, and some people you end up dating for several months, and some people you end up, honestly, when Britt and we started dating, we partied a lot together, and we're such different people. That was 7.5 years ago. We're such different people where we used to party and hang out and get drunk and smoke weed and all these things.
That was all of 1 month.
Oh, yeah. It was the first
1 month.
But it was a lot of it.
Yeah.
And so I thought that Britt was like a party girl. There was two things. I had this moment of like, my soul said, that's the one. And my mind was like, yeah, sure. Like, this girl just likes to party. We're going to have a good time. I just didn't know that good time would last, forever. But things can change, and leave space. So maybe the hesitation that you're hearing, you're like, oh, help me with the hesitation. The hesitation could be your own just over flooding of expectations.
Ooh, yeah.
So break that pattern of expecting anything to look a certain way and enter into the date with a curiosity of like, I'm curious how this person will affect my life. I'm curious about how I can affect their life. And sometimes you affect them by putting your tongue in their butt. And other times you affect them by being their friend and guiding them through challenging parts of their lives. All things are probable.
All things are available.
Yes.
All things are available. And curiosity is the space. And I feel like the letting go of expectations is really, really, really big, because it really allows you to get present with what is actually happening without having an agenda trying to steer it any particular way.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, there are no rules. There are no rules. It's like you can make out with someone on the dance floor and end up married to them. Like you can, I don't know, have someone be a friend for 20 years in your life and then discover you guys are in love with each other later. Like it's just, there's so many different, there's no rules, and you're a human and you're having a relationship and you're having relationships, and things grow and change and ebb and flow. And so can you release expectations and get curious about what's happening in the present moment for each of you? And communication can be very helpful with this. Like this is a place where the words are helpful.
Yes. And to close the loop on that first date of ours, is when, yes, Brittney melted into the chair and disappeared into the ethers. But then I allowed myself, I was like, wait a second, pause. I am interested in you. I have been interested in you. I didn't think you were interested in me because of all the no's. Forgive me. Yeah. I just thought you blow someone off 3 times. And on that date, quote unquote, I was just wanting to get to know you better. Yeah. And you're like wanting to define us. And I was like, okay, well, I can pivot. And I said that. I said, I can pivot. Do you want to be on a romantic date? She's like, yes. And so we pivoted to being on a romantic date.
Yeah.
And it worked out.
Yeah, it was funny. She went like this. She went, and it's fine. She's like, okay, romantic mode.
And one of the best things about going into our first date, we call the second first date the one where we turned on the romance, the one with that's our anniversary. Because the first date, what was so cool about that first date and why I think things shifted for you is because I had dropped my agenda.
Yeah.
I had dropped my expectations. I didn't want it. It didn't need to be romantic. And so when I walked into that bar, I had walked in, there was no representative. There was no like, I need to show up a certain way to be romantically appealing to this person. I just showed up. I just showed up as myself.
Yeah.
And
I showed up as myself, even though I knew it was a date I had. Because for me, it was because we had been in a community and friendship, and like I'd already cried at your house many times.
Yeah. That's a thing that happens at our house.
Yeah. But I also showed up without a representative, and so we were both ourselves. And something that you asked me on our second date was, hey, well, what changed? And I told her my feelings of like, I just don't know if I'm gay, if I'm queer. I don't know, but I'm open to exploring because I'm enjoying connecting with you, and I will let you know as I know. And so that was very honest for me to lean into of like, I don't know, literally, I don't know. But I'm curious and interested in investigating and being with like what I'm experiencing, because it feels really good so far.
Yeah. And we took it a step at a time, baby steps, and created something beautiful out of it. And the secret sauce there was not having expectations. You just don't know. Someone can truly be your best friend.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Didn't you, one of your romantic partners is your current best friend?
Yeah.
Yeah. Former.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Occasional.
Yes. One of my dearest friends, we started romantically, and she was interested in me, and it's one of the funniest things. We were working together at Guitar Center, and it was like my first day. I was like fresh meat, and she walked by me to the break room and literally moonwalked back out of the break room. I was like, oh, hi. And there was interest there, and that wasn't what we were meant to be.
Yeah.
That wasn't what we were meant to be. And we ended up being like the best friends. Like literally, I am the godmother of her children and love her to pieces. She's my ride or die. Like seriously, bury a body in an instant, and that is, you just don't know. And allowing yourself to stay in that curiosity and freedom is going to create just way more space for fun.
Fun. This reminds me of what did someone teach you about attraction?
Oh gosh,
I can't remember who taught it to me.
Please forgive me if you know the source of this. Help me remember, but it was on the theory of attraction, and we're attracted to people because we're supposed to create something together. And and you think of old-fashioned, very like masculine, feminine attraction, procreation, you create a life, but also we get attracted to people because we're supposed to create possibly a business or a mission or an art project or something. There's attraction is creation energy. Yeah. And like it is the polarity coming together to be one to create something new. And gosh, it's lost on me who taught me that, but it was one of the most beautiful lessons because I really started to honor where attraction lies and letting it be like, ooh, what are we supposed to do together?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love that frame because it's a fun way to think about attraction because so often we can be conditioned of, I feel attraction for this person, which means I need to stick a part inside of them.
Yeah.
And this for me opens up that space. It brings it back to the place of curiosity of, I feel an attraction. I'm excited to discover what the connection is, not force a specific connection.
Yeah.
So Dusty, I hope that this helps. This serves you, that you are feeling more supported and able to show up to your dates or hangouts or with more fun and curiosity and openness to what's available for you.
Yeah. It's so fun. You mentioned specifically dating female identifying people and we like to talk. So just talk about it. Just open up the line of communication. It's welcome there. You don't have to play games. Like you can communicate directly. So I'm excited. Let us know how this goes. Let us know how it hits. And if you have a question, give us a call at 971-895-4111. Leave us a voice memo. We love hearing your voice and being able to answer you like that. If you like a more anonymous situation, you could slide into our DM on Instagram at Honest Feedback Podcast. And make sure you hit that like, subscribe, share this with a friend. You've got that friend who could use a little more help and communicating with someone. Pass this along to them.
Yes. And until we meet again, be honest with each other.
Yeah.